हेलो नमस्ते, माय नेम इज निधि नागौरी एंड वेलकम बैक टू माय चैनल। आई होप आप सब फिलहाल सेफ हैं, समर को एंजॉय कर रहे हैं और अपनी फैमिली का और अपने लव्ड वंस का ध्यान रख रहे हैं। आज हम जिस टॉपिक पे बात करने वाले हैं इसके ऊपर सबका कोई ना कोई ओपिनियन होता है। ये टॉपिक है ऑफशोर। आई एम श्योर आपने भी सुना ही होगा कि ऑफशोर ऑडिट या ऑफशोर टैक्सेशन, ऑनशोर टैक्सेशन बहुत अलग होता है। ऑफशोर इज नॉट गुड फॉर योर करियर एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा। आई पर्सनली डोंट थिंक सो। आई थिंक ऑल experiences are equally important and it is always important and good to have as many experiences as you can. But of course people think differently about it. If you ask me, I know onshore audits have their benefits, but the fact that you work for different countries' laws and you get to learn about a different country, a different culture makes it way more easier for you to go and get international opportunities. ये तो थी मेरी थॉट प्रोसेस, लेकिन हम इसको कंफर्म कैसे करें? तो इसीलिए आज हम बात करने वाले हैं रमोद से। रमोद चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट है और आपको जान के बहुत ही अच्छा लगेगा कि रमोद एक बहुत ही छोटी सिटी से हैं। वहां से उन्होंने अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट की, उसके बाद वो यूएस गए, उसके बाद वो नेदरलैंड्स गए और अब वो फिलहाल कनाडा में है। तो कैसे किया रमोद ने ये सब कुछ? 5 साल के ऑफशोर करियर में 4 कंट्रीज में काम करना कैसे हुआ उनके लिए पॉसिबल, सब जानेंगे रमोद से। बिफोर वी मूव ऑन टू द वीडियो, एज ऑलवेज प्लीज डोंट फॉरगेट to like this video, share it with a friend, subscribe to my channel and let me know in the comments below आपको ये वीडियो कैसा लगा, what are your questions that you want to ask him, और इसके अलावा आप क्या देखना चाहते हैं मेरे चैनल पर। ये सब तो हो गई मेरी बातें, अब चलते हैं रमोद से बात करने और जानते हैं भाई क्या होता है ये ऑफशोर। When we're doing CA in India, especially when I was doing CA in India, a lot of people told me like, don't go for offshore, or don't do this kind of a role, don't do that kind of a role. It took me some time when I moved to the US to realize that there's no experience that's bad, and there are certain experiences that actually are good and can really push your global career forward. So I have somebody who's from that line today, Ramod. Thank you so much for joining us. Taking out time on a weekend, doing this for us, so deeply appreciate it. All right, so Ramod, let's start with your introduction. First, we'll introduce you.
Yeah, sure, Nidhi. Thank you so much for calling me for this meeting. I'm Ramod Sayed. I'm working as an assistant manager at KPMG. I was with KPMG Netherlands for almost 2 years. And now I'm on a rotation with KPMG Vancouver. And before that, I was working with India team of KPMG, which was the offshore team. And before that, I started actually my career with EY onshore, and I was with EY Chennai office for 2 years initially when I qualified my CA. So I am a chartered accountant of India and then a CPA of USA. So that's I have around 7 years of auditing career right now.
7 years in auditing. Oh. So how did you pick up audit? See, I've also picked up audit, but I kept going between different fields. You've picked up audit and you've survived in external audit for 7 years. Yes, you've worked in different countries, but how is it that you knew that this is the right career path for you?
Initially, I'm actually from a very small city in Kerala. It's called Changanasheri. Nobody had actually heard of this place, I guess.
Okay, I know.
So that's so when people are from a small city, they don't have anybody who actually guide them for going for a career path or something. And there will be hardly any people who actually know about the CA profession actually, and there is nobody to guide you right in that situation. So I don't know what career to choose. I know that the CA means auditing. So I went for the recruitment in ICAA. That's why I came into auditing. I saw Big 4 people are recruiting there. But for me, it was actually not a choice. It was actually accidentally happened.
So tell me about working in onshore and offshore. You've done both. How would you rate working in onshore and offshore? And particularly because there is this conception in India that offshore is bad. You're going to spoil your career if you do offshore. So you've been somebody who's basically come from a very small city and you've gone on to live in Netherlands. You're on a rotation in Canada right now. And it's not like you've been working for very long. In 7 years, this is a lot to achieve. So how do you look at both onshore and offshore audit?
It's a different experience. Like, I mean, it depends on the choice of the people and depends on what situation in life you're actually taking these choices. So initially, I would say when you're starting your career, the onshore audit would be better. So because you're getting a hands-on experience to meet people and how they're actually doing things instead of like getting things from somebody and doing. So when you get to know the client, you can meet them and you can extract the data and all those things. So that exposure is really good when you're doing onshore. So initially when you're starting your career, onshore experience of 1 or 2 years would be great. But offshore is like, you're not losing anything when you're choosing offshore, because offshore, the only thing you are missing might be your travel and also the client exposure. Like, you cannot actually meet the client. Especially when situations like you have day and night differences, like when you're serving US audit or the Australia audit.
Right.
So that's the only barrier. But other than that exposure, which is a great exposure, the offshore gives you as same exposure as the onshore audit gives you. And also it gives you more like a very structured auditing. If you like traveling and if you want to meet new people, then onshore is actually good for you. But offshore gives you as much great exposure as onshore in a career wise, because you get great experience with different culture, and also you can meet different people from different countries, and also you get a lot of rotation opportunities. You can go there and work on the field if you're performing well in offshore. So that's a great exposure. Like, that's a great opportunity for people. Like, I mean, if you're onshore working in India and like onshore working in US or Australia, that's different, right? So offshore gives you that opportunity to go there and work, which is great. I think everybody should actually you should not be like stopping yourself just because it's offshore.
Yeah. So coming to that point, you've been to the US for rotation and you went for a year, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so how early on was this after you joined KPMG?
It was quite immediately, because at that time they needed somebody who actually had an experience in onshore to work for a particular project there in their onshore team. So when I joined KPMG offshore, it's called Global Delivery Center of KPMG. They actually wanted somebody for an asset management audit in US, Texas. And they wanted somebody like who has some exposure to dealing with client or like similar industries. So they actually chosen me. It was quite immediate, but I think there are a lot of people who actually performed well and who got exposure like within 8 or 9 months of joining there. So most of the people in offshore who performs comparatively well, like bit more than the normal average performance, they all get an opportunity to go to onshore audit and experience and get that exposure, because it's also good for them to have like people who go there and come back, because the people who goes to onshore and comes back to offshore, they are coming with vast majority or like vast amount of experience, right? So that's a good learning and also an asset for the company. So most of the companies will send people to onshore.
And how was that experience? The fact that you pretty much early on got to go for a secondment to the US and you went to Dallas, which is a beautiful city. So how was that 1 year? And what did it, what difference do you think it made to you as a professional?
Oh yeah, it's actually great, because I mean, especially from a person like me who didn't travel longer than Chennai. And going to US and exploring different culture and people, and when you travel, when you expose to different culture, then you understand the world is actually beautiful and filled with so many nice people, right? And I have connection with all those people still now, and they all are my friends. And also career wise, when I see, like, I get to know with a lot of partners and directors in US, because there was very less people who actually come from different countries, right? So everybody wants to like meet you and like make you comfortable. So then you get a lot of connections, and networking is a big thing when you are starting your career, also building your career. So you get a lot of opportunity to network with people, and also learning wise, like auditing in other countries are very structured as compared to in India. Like I mean, in India, we even though we have a guideline, we always think that okay, we need to do everything, like we need to understand everything, like we need to cover everything. Like I mean, but in US, like in US and also in other countries, it's very risk-based systematic audit. So you cover only the risk-based areas, and you don't cover like unnecessary. I mean, you effectively utilize your auditing resources.
Your journey doesn't stop there. You're not one of the few people who go on a secondment, go back, and then you're done. You went on to move to Netherlands, and I told you I've not known a lot of people who've been able to transition to countries like Netherlands. I know people who've been to the UK. I know people who've moved to North America, but that's one country that I've not seen a lot of Indian CAs go to. So I'm very curious to know, how did that happen?
Yeah, that is actually thanks to my offshore career, because offshore actually gave me opportunity to go to US and get that international exposure, right? When people actually see these resumes, they think that okay, hey, he's an international person, so we should actually like, so that actually attracts the recruiters. Yeah. So my personal option was like, I mean, me and my wife, we are very travel freak people, so we wanted to explore countries and cultures, and we don't want to have a short travel. We need to like, we love like staying there for quite a long time and enjoying the life. So we thought like, instead of like spending out on money, let's go on a rotation. So that's how I came through an opportunity that they actually looking for an assistant manager in KPMG Vancouver. The Zwolle, Netherlands office, and then I got in touch with the HR of KPMG there, and then that's how I got it. And I loved that 1 year when I spent in KPMG Zwolle office. Like it's a different culture. Like I mean, Dutch culture is so different. Mm-hmm. And the way of communication and the people are so different, and I really like that culture.
Yeah. So you didn't stop in Netherlands also. Then you are right now in Vancouver as we're having this conversation. You're on a secondment here. And how is Vancouver? How do you like it? And especially on a professional front, I'm sure it's been a great experience because you worked in the US, you worked in India, you worked in Netherlands. Now you have a lot of experience. And do you think that the US and Netherlands experience also helped you to get to Vancouver?
True, yeah. So my US experience along with my Netherlands experience got me to Vancouver. So I would say career-wise or the exposure-wise, it's in the middle. Like Vancouver is actually like both European culture and also the US culture, and the way of working is also the same. Like it's a mix of all. So it's not as aggressive as the US, and it's not as mild as Europe. Work-wise, the working hours and everything is almost like in the middle. But the career exposure-wise, if you see, like Vancouver is a hub of a lot of investment companies, real estate, and the team which I'm working is called FIRES. It's actually financial services, insurance, and real estate team. And I love the asset management audit. So I was in asset management audit when I was doing my rotation in USA, and also done a couple of asset management clients internationally when I was in Netherlands, because my Netherlands team was actually an international audit team. So we got to audit different international entities located in different parts of the world, and we traveled a lot. So that was also a good experience, and those experiences brought me to Vancouver. And Vancouver, it's a multilingual and multicultural city, and you won't feel like one of a person there, because you're part of the culture and you're part of the crowd.
So you've had this. How long have you been in offshore? How many years? I'm just curious.
It's roughly like 5 years in offshore.
So 5 years, and
I include that 1 year of because even though I was doing 1 year rotation in USA, I was part of the offshore. So.
So of these 5 years, you've basically been able to live in 3 countries and work. How would you rate international exposure for Indian chartered accountants? And do you recommend any aspiring CA or actually any qualified CA to consider getting international exposure at some point in their career?
Definitely, I think at least in the initial start of their career, I would say for all the professionals, at least the first 2 to 3 years of their career should be an investment time when they actually really invest in their experience and their knowledge, and not making money, I would say. And the money is secondary for all the, I think for all the professions, money is secondary.
Yeah.
So they should really work on building that exposure and experience. And I think international exposure for CAs are really good. One thing I would say, the CA course is very vast and widely covered all the aspects of this profession, and it's very deep course, I would say. The curriculum is very deep and wide, and when you actually qualify that, you are coming with a lot of knowledge, but what you're actually lacking is a good exposure to apply this knowledge, and also good opportunity to learn from different situations. So I think international exposure gives you an opportunity to apply these knowledges which you actually acquired during CA course. And say for example, you learn capital budgeting, or you learn investment decisions, but you don't get good. Everybody don't get that much of a great exposure when you start their career as a CA to apply these things, right? But when you actually go to internationally, you get all these opportunities, because most of the commercial officer when you're auditing, and then you give good exposure to understand these things. And also an international degree would be a great add-on advantage.
So in the end, just last question, what is your message to any student or any CA aspirant, any freshly qualified CA who's watching this, who's probably still conflicted between offshore, onshore, wants to go global at some point in their life? Just your message to everybody out there.
Yeah, I think one of the first message would be invest in your career in the first initial stages, and also onshore and offshore is not different, and it depends on what you actually like and what you actually want to do, and you are not losing anything when you are doing offshore. And the other thing I would say is achieving CA is just a starting point of your career. It's not a destination. So don't think that when you achieved CA, okay, you have completed the purpose of your life, and you're just want to have relaxation after that. So it's a starting point of your professional journey. So you should actually build upon from that point of time, and building through your experiences, exposures, and also new qualifications.
No, great. I do think that's the most important message that a lot of us forget, that we have to keep learning. We cannot stop at one degree and done. Yeah. So thank you so much, Pramod. I'm also adding Pramod's LinkedIn link below. Of course, feel free to connect with him, but just always be conscious that he also has work, so he'll respond to you as and when he can. And this has been great, Pramod. I'm very excited to see everything that you do in Vancouver. I have a feeling you're not going to stop in Vancouver, but you'll probably end up going somewhere after another year. But I'm really excited to see where everything, all this experience takes you. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nidhi. It was nice meeting you online, and hopefully we can actually meet in person in some time.
Yeah.